Hello, this is Nick Herrera, and welcome to the show that talks about news and politics.
And also tonight, two Democratic senators are sounding the alarm on a troubling new allegation claiming that the CIA has been secretly collecting data on Americans in bulk without congressional approval for years. Now, this news comes after disturbing reports that we revealed this week about the Capitol Police spying on lawmakers and citizens that go to visit them and others. Now, the new DHS bulletin on terror is warning citizens against mistrust of the U.S. government. And the FBI is purchasing these NSOs, Pegasus spyware, the most sophisticated spyware ever made, allowing those people that use it and have it, they will install it secretly without any user knowledge. They could read your text, collect all data, access your phone, hear you, film you, do it all. But ask yourself, why all of a sudden do Democrats care about spying? Because they didn't really care when Donald Trump was running and when Donald Trump was president. Here with reaction, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett, Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. You can catch his podcast, by the way, Dersh Show on Rumble, which is a competitor to YouTube. Professor Dershowitz, let me start with you. One of the things that I have been saying, by not holding those accountable for lying to a FISA court on multiple occasions using Hillary's bought and paid for dirty Russian disinformation dossier, it's not verifiable, it was all debunked. By allowing that to happen, this now seems inevitable. So their bulk data collections on American citizens, that would be unconstitutional in my view. If we don't hold them accountable on the FISA court issue, and then now the FBI is purchasing Pegasus from Israel, you see the controversy going on in Israel right now. It's a massive controversy that, in fact, they use that information to get people to testify against former Prime Minister Netanyahu. That's a big deal. Why would we expect it not to be abused, considering they would lie to a FISA court and there's no accountability?
No, I agree with you completely, and your constitutional law analysis gets you an A+ in constitutional law. The law is clear.
I'm a Harvard professor. I'm way out of my league. Okay.
The low grader. I was never a grade inflator. You get the A+. The Constitution requires a search warrant for any American citizen or American person. That includes permanent residents. Now, the CIA has authority only to investigate foreign threats to the United States. Sometimes when you overhear a foreigner planning against the United States, he or she is talking to an American. So inevitably, they may have to listen in part to what the American says in order to get the full context. But if you're going to be spying on Americans specifically, both the law and the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution require that you get a warrant, that you show probable cause before you can overhear the conversations. And, the technology is amazing, what Israel has done in terms of inventing Pegasus, but it has to be controlled. And that's what the Fourth Amendment is about. The Fourth Amendment was designed at a time when eavesdropping meant people standing by the eaves of the house and listening in. Today, if you have a cell phone, even if it's turned off, they can hear you. And that's why the Fourth Amendment is more important than ever. And that's why you're right, that by not holding accountable the people who violated it early on by lying to the FISA court has led directly to, I think, this crisis in the right to privacy under the Fourth Amendment.
Greg Jarrett, remember, it was Andrew McCabe that famously said, no dossier, no FISA warrant. Okay, that was an unverifiable document. On the top of a FISA application, the word verified is right there for everyone to see. We had 4 separate warrants signed that it was verified. That was false. Even when the subsource of Christopher Steele and Christopher Steele himself denied what was in the dossier was true. Now we're going to hand the same group of people even more powerful spyware where they don't even need to go to a FISA court and get approval. That's dangerous to me.
That's right. They will either lie to the FISA court or circumvent the FISA court, as well as Congress, even though they are under law required to do so. But this shouldn't surprise anybody. Since the inception of the CIA in 1947, there have been widespread abuses. In the 1960s, the CIA launched Operation Chaos, spying on thousands of Americans for political reasons. In the 70s, the Church Commission found illegal wiretapping, bugging, and harassment of thousands of Americans. Congress passed a law to stop it. It was ignored by the CIA. They went on to engage in warrantless wiretaps, illegal detentions, torture, and kidnappings. They even spied on U.S. senators more recently by hacking into their computers. This, Sean, is what happens when you create an all-powerful government agency that operates completely in secrecy and is accountable to no one. It needs to change. The first step would be to give authority to the Inspector General of the CIA, who can't even subpoena documents or report criminal activity directly to the Attorney General. It's a feckless position. That needs to change. And Congress needs to be made aware of everything the CIA does.
We'll see what happens. All right, thank you both. Coming up,